What a beautiful way to begin a new episode. We've just acquired 67 nuts from the rare drop relic. That is the first time we've ever fished up anything from the RDT. Hopefully the next time we actually get some alks, maybe like a rune battle axe or something like that. But for this one, it ain't too bad. In the previous episode, we spent our time tackling organized crime in Asgarnia using a bone, fishing up the bottom half of an endgame weapon, and catching Gelinor's most elusive fish at the edge of the world. And the plan for this one very much going to be consisting of probably heading back to the Camdazol region and finishing off the other two pieces of the Baronite mace, therefore giving us a tier 40 weapon to look forward to using and finally get some unique progression going. By the way, after the end of the last episode, we have ended with 56 fishing and 52 cooking, so more than 10 levels up in both just from the rainbow fish grind. You gotta love all the strangeness. It's beginning to pay off, bro. And right off the bat, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you have ever created a mithril haster? And secondly, how many of those that have created one have ever trained with one? If the answer to both is 0, and it probably is, I'm going to be the first guy to take this revolutionary approach. Since we're at 25 attack, it'll actually hopefully still be useful, but the caveat is we have to spend up to 39 Sage's Renown on just the unlocking journey for the Mithril Haster. So the first step in obtaining this magnificent weapon is of course to undertake the Ancient Barbarian training. To do this, I'll need both 11 in crafting and 5 smithing, and that is 15 Sage's Renown for killing a rock crab, which turned out to actually be very tanky. We can now go ahead and unlock crafting. Yeah, there it is. Crafting has now been unlocked. That leaves only construction and slayer out of the most expensive ones, I think. Oh, and herblaw as well. So I have thought of an alternative way to train crafting over on Entrana that's also gonna make a nice bit of money for me in the meantime. So I'm gonna fill up some buckets of sand on the northern side of the island. I can also pick up some seaweed spawns and you can make some molten glass. And the way this is just nice is because you can sell that back to the NPC that's standing by the furnace, so it's all in a convenient location right next to each other. Alright, well I immediately got level 12 crafting, so let's just sell the molten glass that we did make to Mr. Fritz right here. Alright, show me the money, my man. Let's see, 200 gold, very very nice. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate it. Honest pay for honest work. So now that we've completed level 12 crafting, the next stage of the plan is going to be to complete the Scorpion Catcher quest. That should give me a good amount of strength XP and simultaneously unlock some agility methods for later on to train at 35 plus over at that course. And the reason why we need strength is for the fishing section of barbarian training. We need 35 plus. Alright, we're now about to hand in Scorpion Catcher. And don't give me any grief because it's not as common as Waterfall and Fight Arena to get your stats up there, and it only gives strength XP. So that was the requirement that we needed for Barbarian Fishing completed. That went from 19 to 44 strength. And after a little time just doing a few tasks over in Towerley Dungeon and a few more in Asgarnia, we now have 14 Sage's Renown. So let's go ahead and unlock the Karamja 2 quest line. That's all the way up to the One Small Favor quest. That costs 14 points. If I just find it here somewhere. There we have it, 14. Let's go ahead and do it. We won't get any quest XP, but we might get some tasks reimbursed from completing all of that. Let us wait and see. But that is one of the nice benefits of this league. You can just bypass doing those tedious ones. So for one of the tasks you need to pickpocket a citizen as well as open 28 coin pouches all at once. So you're like wondering, what on earth are you doing in the wilderness? Well, believe it or not, there's randomly just a guy chilling here. Like, why are you hanging out in a cemetery full of ghosts, bro? You're just inviting crime to happen. So let's just mug him 28 times. Wow, that's a lot of XP for a butterfly. Yeah, we do get 2 Sages Renown for that one. But more importantly, let's go ahead and unlock another skill. That'll be smithing. I believe with that, we now have all the requirements to take on Barbarian training. And we quickly swing in by the Hemminster Anvil to pick up level 5 smithing for the Barbarian training. And sadly, we were unable to obtain an oak log by other means, so we quickly had to go back and get some more Sage's Renown. Let's go ahead and unlock woodcutting now. I suppose it might come in useful for some other grinds that we can't envision just yet, but that's a lot of skills unlocked. We don't have many left to go at all. I think we have 6 left to unlock, and we'll be using this cozy neck of the woods nearby to some hill giant boys that are hanging out to the west of the gnome stronghold to quickly get a hold of level 15 for some oak logs. And that concludes the barbarian training. Definitely was a scary encounter with those barbarian spirits, but we managed to survive, and now we have unlocked the ability to make a Haster. Now all that remains is to go and get level 54 smithing and come back here and make the weapon of mass destruction. Now we are going to take a slight break and knock out 40 mining real quick. I do want to stockpile some materials, so some of you might be asking me, why are you an RD? I wonder if anybody knows what is down this manhole. I bet not many people knew that there was an actual mine in the sewer area of RD. This is where we're going to be chilling for the next 3 levels or so, and just stockpile ourselves a few resources for the smithing grind ahead. I don't think it's actually going to take me very long to get to level 54 at current pace, so let's just chill down here in this rarely frequented mine and get some nice raw materials. And there it is, 40 mining completed on a almost perfect looking inventory. Yeah, we can turn some of these iron ore into some materials that will probably get me to like 20-25 smithing. And since we want to return to mining those baronites down in the Camdazol region next, I think it would be a good grind to go ahead and unlock the Mithril pickaxe from the Isle of Souls dungeon. It's a 1 in 33 drop, so I'm going to start a timer and hopefully we don't get too much thieving XP because I do want to show off as many methods as humanly possible before we get too high up there, such as Sorceress Garden, crossbow stalls, crafting stalls, the chest in Hemenster. There's all kinds of stuff I want to show eventually. Very nice, that did not take long at all. We've gotten ourselves the desired pickaxe upgrade. And on top of that, we got an adamant skimmy that we can alch later on. And if we're very lucky, we might as well yoink the key, the 1 in 200, since we need to leave the dungeon anyway. And that's a very, very nice upgrade. It did not take us too long. As you can see, we are currently 42 thieving. We started with 41, so very, very solid. And we are quickly stopping by the Isle of Souls mine to grab some more raw materials. That should get me to 14 smithing as well. And then we'll be able to use some baronite crushing methods. We can go back to Camdazar at that point and locate the second piece of the mace. Had to make sure I visited the finest armorers in the land and came by this scenic Lovakenge furnace. Again, this is so reminiscent of Twisted League. A lot of things I'm doing are reminding me of that kind of journey. Beautiful, there we have it. 14 smithing. We can now crush baronite deposits. That is where we're heading next. So, welcome to our home for the next little bit of time. Basically a free-to-play motherlode mine. This is where we'll be grinding the second part of the baronite mace, and in the meantime, hopefully stocking up on some smithing experience as well. Oh, we just got another mining fragment. What will this one be? Oh, I think that's the good one, the Molten Miner. Let's take a look at what that does immediately. Oh, that's basically an infernal pickaxe for free. 20% chance to automatically smelt any ore you mine. Grants 100% of the XP regardless of the smithing level. That might be really, really good once we finish up this grind to have that unlocked for the remainder of the path to 54 smithing. So we have mined our very first inventory of baronite deposits. I think it's an uncommon chance for the Imcando hammer as well as the mace component that we need. Let us see what kind of loot we can get from one inventory. Oh yes, the very first inventory, we got the baronite head. Yes dude, very, very cool. That's 2 out of 3 components of the beautiful mace completed. And now we just gotta make the Mithril Hasta, take the fight to the golems for the final piece. I wanted to try my luck and grab another inventory just in case we're able to pick up the Imcando hammer. That's a league task worth quite a good chunk of points, so... Oh boys, we got the Imcando hammer, beautiful bro. I really hope that it can get this lucky in the main game as well. That's easy collection log slots. And we got a production relic, I think that's for smithing. So combined with the molten one, this might genuinely be really, really nice, but I'm pleased with the hammer acquisition. Okay, so that was the smithing double fragment. Smithing at an anvil has a 5% chance of give 2 of the same product with 100% XP. Ooh, that can be really nice as we unlock more and more tiers. 30% as well. And together with the set effects for personal banker and double tap and stuff like that, later on we can mix and match some of these relics. As for the hammer, let's see what the man says. How many baronites will it take to fix 250? I think we do have enough. Yes, there it is, the Imcando hammer. I believe we get a league task for equipping this. Beautiful. That was only... that was 2 sages renowned, I think. Oh, 1. Oh, mate. That should have been way more. Oh, look at that. We've equipped ourselves with those 2 new production relics we've acquired during the baronite grind. And now... we got a personal banker set effect, 50% chance for raw materials from fishing, woodcutting, mining and farming to be sent directly to the bank. That is a pretty goddamn beautiful thing, especially since the mines we're going to is like very, very far from a bank. So I just had to visit my friends, the goblins. I mean, they set me up with the mining helm. Without that, There was no way I was getting to those swamp eels, but we'll keep it nice and breezy. We'll, oh, look at that instant steel bar. It's so good. That should speed the grind up, honestly, by so much. But yeah, we'll keep it nice and breezy. We'll do one inventory each over at new locations. Bro, let's go. We just completed tier 3 on the prayer fragment. That's massive news, dude. Let's take a look at exactly what we get in exchange for that. If we just go on the praying respects, 8,000. Oh, that is so satisfying. 200% automatic XP for burying and scattering ashes. Absolutely freaking gorgeous. Alright, be honest with me, level with me, guys. How many of you guys currently watching this video have ever used the coal trucks? I had to give it a shot, bro. Honestly, this is just such an underused location. I thought I'd struggle finding a furnace, but look at this. There's one smack bang in the middle of the wilderness. The zombie might disrupt the operation a little bit, but let's see. Right, one inventory is enough. That furnace was so goddamn tedious. I'm just gonna go to Falador, bro. It's all fine. You know, we went to the strange mines. That's what counts. We can use a normal furnace for the series. And that is 42 smithing at the top of the hill at the Soul Wars Island. That actually unlocks some pretty substantial upgrades. We've been rocking the iron forehelm and the bronze shield. We can now upgrade both to steel tier. Lovely, there we are. Arcane Conduit also up to level 3. Absolutely beautiful. That means a 90% rune reduction for any spells in the game. I was kind of hoping to get this unlocked during this grind, as we can now stretch out those 67 nats to basically get like about 400 high alchs. So we can high alch everything we just smith from this grind. So nice, we've combined the effect of 3 different relics. Now we can replace Arcane Conduit since that's been maxed out. And now we have a 100% chance that stuff is going to be automatically banked from the 3 relics we're currently using. So that should make it to where I can stay at those rare mines that are far away from banks, basically indefinitely. But we'll obviously keep it moving and try some different locations. But we've chained together the first 3 fragments. The more slots we'll unlock later, the more passive effects we get, so starting to experience the power creep of the league, finally after all this time. All in one tick, both the Molten Miner and the Smithing Double fragments are now level 2. I want to see what that does, but that should significantly bring up the chance of smelting some stuff. So let's see, base level 2, you have a 50% chance to automatically smelt any ore. Wow, that's increased from like a 20 or something. I've genuinely forgotten now how many it was at the beginning, and smithing at an anvil went up from 5 to 15%. I think we have found the most obscure anvil of all time. We have this sewer place in Draenor, and it's where the vampire is you talk to during the Desert Treasure quest. What better location to achieve 54 smithing? And there we have it. 54 smithing means we can boost up with a Dwarven Stout and make ourselves a Mithril Hasta, a colossal weapon upgrade that is locked behind one final grind to get to 45 woodcutting so we can chop down a maple log. So let's do that next. But before we do so, we need to venture on over to the Isle of Souls dungeon and quickly pick up a mithril axe as well. We're gonna put our arcane conduit to good use and get to alching these steel plate bodies. We have 48 of them, so in theory, together with the nats we're gonna receive from the souls chest, we should walk away a fairly rich man. So let's get to work. We got a skilling fragment from casting high alch, so let's see what one it is we've gotten there. Ooh, the Alchemaniac fragment, and on top of that, we just picked up the Arcane Grimoire ability, which I think is the book that swaps your spellbook at will without limitations. So that's pretty goddamn huge. And we've gotten 49 thieving. I think for now we will leave with all these goodies intact. Also, look at the cash stack, 65k for the first time in the league. However, I do want to show off some other thieving methods. So for now, we'll depart from the souls chest and just do the boring thing of smithing the axe ourselves. I think that's like, yeah, 51 smithing, so still a bit of a flavoursome way to get hold of one. We are going to chop some trees in the most random location anyone has ever chopped them. We're on the easternmost point of the Wildy, and it's actually brought back memories of when my friend Sonny, when I was a little kid, came out here to Wildy, when I was watching him play, and he PK'd some other kid. He was level 4, and the other kid was like a level 3. It was beautiful. And this lonely oak is where we're going to be setting up shop until level 45. Hopefully we don't chop it down too quick now, but yeah, just in the confines of the tree gnome village. Might as well use all the random spots in the game, especially now that my wood is getting automatically banked. Nice, we hit 40 wood cutting, but I had a slight change of mind, and I want to show you guys the tree on the very edge of the world, literally on the edge of the abyss. So join me on my strange journey. Welcome my friends to the desert oasis. Here a lone teak tree is found at the edge of eternity. Literally a black void is behind me. What will spawn there one day, we'll never know, but for now, let's quickly get 2 levels over at this beautiful, lonely tree. Lovely, there's 45 woodcutting achieved over at the mature juniper trees and the southern tip of Hesidius. Now it's off to find the most obscure maple log location in the game, and we can finally make the weapon of mass destruction. Bro, if you thought that teak tree was lonely, look at this guy, man. He's just, you know, he's on his lonesome. He's just overlooking the ocean. This is his retirement years, and some like arrogant adventurer is just gonna come chop him down for the Mithril Hasta material. I'm sorry, man, it has to happen. You have to serve a higher purpose today, maple tree. Ah, yes, my friends, the momentous moment is upon us. We have long toiled for this very moment, and what a better place to smith the Hasta than at the barbarian village, the place where it all began. And we're not too far from Ice Mountain either. There it is, the elusive weapon. Very few have wielded it for any grind whatsoever, but I'll be one of the few to join those hallowed champions. I think it goes without saying, but champion needs adequate headgear to take on any big combat challenge, so in that I could think of no better item in the game than the Mithril Med Helm. So we've just hit 36 attack. I do want to show off a sort of unusual weapon for each combat bracket, so we will depart from the caverns for now. I think I'm going to head out and try to search for an adamant warhammer and come back before we send the higher tier golems, the chaos ones, which have the best drop rate of the handle. So let's quickly depart. I'm going to purchase some chaos runes with my alchemy cash stack as well, and we are going to go cast some magics on some trolls. Yeah, dude, this area actually holds pretty decent reward potential for the account. On top of dropping an adamant warhammer, they drop alks, nats, lore runes, and an adamant med helm, so plenty of territory for getting some upgrades here. Let's go and slice them up a bit with magic. Ah, looky here, we do have the upgrade, the elusive adamant med helm, 1 in 128, along with a mithril shield. I think at this point we do just leave and cut our losses, and I think buy one over at Keldagrim. That's an elusive enough method before moving on to the next grind. I will accept that. Alright guys, we made it back to Keldagrim right now. Let's go ahead and trade. Remember to support your local economy. There's the adamant warhammer. Should be enough to take the fight to the next tier of golems. Should be an increased drop rate for the final component of the mace. Also, I'm totally coming back to use this cute furnace. Look how small it is, bro. It's so tiny. Okay, I take it back. I mean, there's no way this kind of immaculate armor and weapons has ever been wielded in the history of RuneScape. On top of all that, we managed to merge some fragments together to get both the Draken's Touch and the Knife's Edge set effect. So we are going to be booming. I wonder what our max hit is going to be now. Beautiful, bro. There's the Baronite Guard. The final piece of the mace is now ours. We did not kill too many of those golems as well, so yeah, let's take a look. That was 6 in total. Holy, we are definitely on the lucky side. And we walk away with yet another potential for a weapon upgrade. And here we have it, boys. It is time to obtain the massive weapon upgrade that is going to serve as a big increase in DPS for sure. Definitely a bit of a unique way to obtain an upgrade at level 40. So let's get it done. 1500 Baronite, construct the weapon. And there we have it. The mace has returned to us, dude. Let's freaking equip it, man. Look at it, bro. He looks freaking awesome. I cannot wait to test this thing out in the next episode. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying the Strange Man mode. In the next episode, we got a plan in motion to get a pickaxe upgrade. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.